I once helped turn an underperforming school into one of the top 13 schools in the country. This school was predominantly white and middle class. At every school visit, someone would say, "This is great, but it would never work for my students," which was usually code for low-income students of color. Frankly, I didn't believe that. So we founded Envision Education to serve these very students. Every day, regardless of their backgrounds, Envision students prove they can do well in high school and go on to graduate from college. The goal at Envision Education is to transform lives by transforming education. We make sure that our students are academically prepared and developing critical, deeper learning skills. This means they need to communicate effectively and collaborate. They must be critical thinkers and innovators, and they need to learn how to learn. These are the leadership skills and the outcomes we want for our students. To do this, schools need to be redesigned so that not just a few hundred kids, but hundreds of thousands of kids across our country have the opportunity to be successful in college, career, and life. What makes Envision Education unique is that we do more than provide robust instruction in our network of schools. We do more than send our graduates off to college at record rates. While we do those things, we also work to transform schools in the broader public school system. There are plenty of great charter schools that are making a difference for kids, but none of them have developed a systematic way to impact the broader education system. That's what sets Envision Education apart. We have a clear and replicable model that can be adapted by many different schools. Most schools only require that you take a set of classes. We require students to take the set of classes specifically required to go to college. Beyond that, we require students to make the case through the evidence of their work and the defense of their portfolios that they are ready for college and career. This means students are invested in planning for their futures from early on. They can imagine great things for themselves, and they know how to achieve them. We define success by each individual student who graduates and goes to college. When they first come into an Envision school, many students are behind academically, disengaged from school, and distrustful of teachers and administrators. 69% of our students qualify for a free and reduced lunch, and 80% will be the first in their family to graduate from college. After graduating from Envision schools, over 90% of our students are accepted to either a 2- or 4-year college, and over 70% of our recent grads are going to a 4-year college or university. Most exciting, more than 90% of our graduates who go to college stay in college beyond their first year, which is well above the national average. People question how charter schools are different than traditional public schools. And sometimes people see charter schools as competing with traditional public schools. We see the charter school structure as an opportunity for innovation, for implementing ideas to improve outcomes for students, and for figuring out how to better serve students in public schools. We take what we learn from our model and we bring it to schools and districts around the country. This way, Envision helps drive results for as many public school students as possible. Our major accomplishment is that each and every day, we are helping kids defy the odds. Nationally, only 30% of low-income students of color will graduate from high school and go to college. while 89% of low-income first-generation college students will leave college within 6 years without a degree. At Envision schools, over 90% of graduates go to college, and 90% of those kids stay there. Our statistics prove that we are transforming the lives for low-income, first-generation college-bound students of color. One of the greatest challenges we face is the fact that we are located in the state of California. Our state is ranked 49th in per pupil spending, which means that public schools simply don't get enough money from the state to do the job right. This requires us to raise money through philanthropy and pushes us to be creative and resourceful in how we spend our money to meet the needs of our students. Since most of our students come in 3 to 4 years behind grade level in basic academic skills, we would use additional resources to provide even more academic interventions in literacy and mathematics. We would use extra resources to provide more arts and technology-related opportunities for our students, and to provide more after-school support and enrichment activities. This helps level the playing field between students in more affluent areas and students in the low-income communities served by our schools. The demand for our consulting services is strong and growing. Yet we often have to turn down work with schools that serve low-income students because they can't pay our service fee, which helps offset our administrative costs. With additional funds, we could offer more opportunities for more low-income public schools to work with our consultants and help more students.